Hey guys, Greg with the G Barker Adventure Chronicles. Welcome to my channel. I wanted to find a very inexpensive way of camping for a lot of people, so I went on Amazon and I wanted to get something that was very versatile. So I decided I might look for a camping hammock. They're like a tent in the way that they do have a mosquito screen. They have like a tarp or something that goes over top of it. And I didn't want to spend a ton of money on it, so I did some looking on Amazon and it came up with this. And this is a King's Guard camping hammock, and I'll go over some of the specifications. The color, it's kind of nice. It's a camouflaged yellow and green, which is kind of cool. The material of the net is polyester, so there's a mosquito net on there to cover it up, and that's all polyester to keep the bugs out. And the material of the hammock surface is a 70 denier nylon taffeta, which is basically a parachute cloth. Also, the material of the hammock's waterproof cover is a 210 polyester with a PU rating of 2000 for waterproofing. And I'll throw a picture up here, kind of see what it looks like when it's set up. And then there's a couple of ridge poles on either end of it, which are actually an aluminum alloy, 7 series aluminum alloy. And then also the size of the whole thing set up is roughly 106 inches long by 55 inches wide. The storage size, when it's closed down, you're looking at 15.7 inches by 5.47 inches. So it's not super big when it's all packed down, which is nice. The unit itself, the tent itself, weighs in at right around 3.9 pounds, so it's not super heavy either. And like I say, the cool thing with this particular type of a hammock too is that not only can it be used as a hammock, but you can actually put it on the ground, and if you don't have any trees where you can hang it in the hammock, you can literally set it up on the ground and sleep with it on the ground like a normal tent. The hammock itself will support up to 440 pounds, which is really nice. Okay, let's see what's inside this package here. We'll open her up, and I just kind of set things out first, and then we'll look at everything a little closer. So anyways, first thing we're going to have is a storage bag, and it's a regular nylon ripstop type storage bag. And then you're going to have, this is the Rainfly right here, which totally covers the tent, so you're protected from the weather. And then along with that, obviously, is the body of the hammock right here, and you can see you got the mosquito mesh right there, and then basically a nylon sleeping area on there. So there's the basic hammock tent right there, and the Rainfly. So we'll put those aside. And then in here, let's see what we got inside this little bag right here. Tree strap right there, a couple of stakes, a nice aluminum, and they're actually a triangular stake, which is nice. Some cordage for holding it up, I suppose, to fly. And then here's another tree strap right there. And then you got the storage bag for all that stuff right there. Also, you'll have an instruction booklet right here that gives you step-by-step instructions on how to set the tent up, or the tent hammock I should say, right there. And they're colorful. I mean, it is in English, which is kind of nice. And you can kind of see right there, that's kind of the picture of the hammock without the cover on it, without the rain cover on it, or the Rainfly. And then this right here kind of shows you what it looks like. Now this is available in camouflage, which we've got ours in, or you can get it in just like an orange and a green, I believe. You have to check on Amazon. But yeah, so it's all English instructions, which is nice. And inside of this bag right here, let me open that up. There we go. Inside the bag, obviously, is going to be the poles. You got the nice little pole bag right here. And then here are your poles, and there are 2 of them. Telescoping poles, and they'll make like a half moon shape. And that's what's in the bag. See if I can figure out how to set it up. Got the straps hooked up into the tree on both sides. And I've got them about 6 feet up in the air, which I think is about right. And then it's time to attach the body of the hammock. And as you can see, there's like a carabiner on either end of the hammock that hooks into the loops. Now the nice thing about this hammock too is the fact you can flip this over if you want, put the screen side down, and then you can use it like a normal hammock. Just like so, which is kind of nice. So during the day, if you just want to relax, you can do so. We're going to set it up as a tent, so let's do that. So we want to flip it over and put the screen side up, like so. And then you got these straps, and you've got these poles right here, and there's 2 of them. And you basically got to put those together. And they make like a half moon shape. Then you have the sleeves, so you just got to run them through the sleeves in the hammock here. And then you have this little eyelet. There's a little eyelet on here, and you hook it in like so. And then you have these little bungee cords here, and these are actually designed to hold the hammock in one direction. So we need to affix those to the corners here, 1 on each side. I'm just using a square knot. Hold them in place, 1 on each corner. Put it so the screen side is up. And then you do have little tent adjusters, so you can adjust the tension. Let's take that down. What you want to make sure, there's actually zippers on here, so you want to make sure when you're setting the hammock up that you put the zipper to the side that you want to get in and out of the hammock. Then basically all you need to do is unzip the mosquito mesh. Kind of kick it back, then kind of work your way into the hammock. Put it underneath your thighs, knees, lean back. Put the screen over your head and work your way inside the hammock. Zip the screen closed, like so, and there you have it. You're inside the hammock. You got a nice little rocking going on, which is really nice in a hammock. I'm pretty much laying flat, pretty close, not quite, but pretty close. And the nice thing with the mesh is going to keep the bugs off you if you happen to have any mesh. So even if you're just using it as a hammock out at the beach or in the backyard or whatever, but it happens to have a few mosquitoes, no big deal. Put the net side up. You can sit outside, relax, enjoy the outdoors in your hammock and not get bit by mosquitoes. Actually, it's pretty nice. Now looking around the tent here, stitching seems to be good. I don't see any stitching or bad stitching at all. So anyways, let me bring you inside so you can check out the camping hammock from the inside. So yeah, here we are inside the camping hammock. As you can see, got this nice mesh, got a lot of head height. I mean, to the screen, the mesh screen's way up here. This is kind of nice. They do have a little lantern hook. So if you want to hook a lantern to that, you can do that. Yeah, having the bows on there really makes it not so claustrophobic. And you have them on both ends, which works out good. And then you do have a nice little pocket here too, for putting your wallets and whatnot in there. It's kind of handy on the non-door side. But yeah, actually, this is very comfortable. And like I say, I'm looking around, trying to find some bad stitching and stuff. And honestly, I'm not seeing a lot, if any. So I would say, as far as the quality goes, the stitching's definitely nice, and they're using a 210 polyester, so I know that's good, with a 2000 PU waterproofment, so that's got to be good. But yeah, like on a night where you know it's not going to rain, this is definitely where you'd want to have it, because you get the nice breeze coming through. It doesn't get hot or anything like that, so it's kind of nice. Yeah, pretty cool so far. Hammock's all set up. I want to put the Rainfly on now. Now there's kind of a trick to it. What you will find is there's a little door area, and you can tell by looking underneath the cover, and you will find these zippers. So that's obviously going to be on the door side right here. Take this and throw it over top, like so. And I'll give you close-ups of all this too. So hook the clips up. Then also, on the end of the hammocks, there's a couple more carabiners that you want to hook onto the tree strap. About 2 links up from where you hook the hammock. And that's on both sides. And then once that's done, there's those two little eyelets right here, and the eyelets actually hook to the poles on the underneath side. So you hook them right to the tabs on the pole. And I'll give you close-up shots of all this. And then you can cinch down the ends. There are a couple of ties so that you can tie the ends. And then also, you'll locate the door right here. There's some Velcro tabs hold the zipper. Unzip the door, and you'll find a couple of little clips that hook to the aluminum truss there. And that's to help hold the tarp in place over top of the camping hammock. And then also inside here you will find a couple ties on that tarp which you want to hook and tie around the aluminum tension rods. Okay, I'm going to give you all close-ups of everything I did kind of in the order that you need to hook them up. So first off, we'll go on to the back side of the camping hammock. And right here you see the plastic buckles that buckle into the tarp right there, the plastic buckles, and you have one on each side right there, and that's to hold the fly to the camping hammock. You bring that down, and then over here you will see the carabiner. Let me get this untied here a minute. You'll see on the tarp here is the carabiner that you want to hook it about 2 to 3 loops above where your hammock hooked into the tree strap. So about 2 to 3 loops above, just to give some tension onto the tarp. And then you can tie the little tie off right here. And then once you've got that all hooked up, right there is the little grommet that you put the end of the aluminum pole through. You can see it right there. And then last but not least, on the fly, you've got these little plastic clips that you want to hook to the awning tension pole right there. It's hard to do it with one hand. Right there. And you have that on both sides of the tent. And then the other one is over here. And I've already got that attached right there. So anyways, let's get inside the hammock and then see how she is with the Rainfly on. And here we are inside the camping hammock with the Rainfly on. And you can see, got the screen mesh. The zippers are all down. The tricky thing is zipping the tarp closed right here when you get in. It's a little tricky with the weight of your body on it to zip it closed, but it does go. You just gotta wiggle it, it goes. And what's really nice, you notice you've got a lot of area outside around the camping hammock to give you plenty of ventilation, so it helps to control the condensation. Yeah, so all in all, it don't seem like it's that bad for the price. I bought this at the time of filming for right around $75 on Amazon on sale, which I thought was very reasonable for a hammock and a tent all in one. We'll have to get it out here sometime when we have a rainy day, rainy weekend. We'll do an overnight test and see exactly how she handles. So anyways, this is Greg with the G. Bacher Adventure Chronicles, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day and happy camping, guys. Bye-bye.